I'm very moved, and I really, of course, as a part of the team, I shouldn't be too, it would be like self-boasting that I can't say things, it looks great or things, but I am very moved and very impressed. I think I give credit to Luk Perceval in this, that it was his idea that brought the things together that seem on surface totally separate from each other. And as I have spent lots of time on Mozart's opera and on the text and on the previous stagings, I found it a very, very difficult opera to get into, especially to put my world in, to this 18th century, very Orientalist, very sort of optimistic text with, and I think it was Luk's view and vision that made us all look at things in a different way. Well, this is actually my very first text, and I was only 25, and I had a projection into the future of old age, more or less. And now, as I'm twice that age, and I come back to Geneva, and I face the young writer just starting. And at certain points, I'm amazed how much she knew. That monster she will turn into, and that how much she will lose. So it is more piercing for me now, looking back into my life and the young writer. And as a young writer, I was an amateur at that time. I didn't plan to be published. I didn't want it. And now I look back, it was the most beautiful time. When you become a professional, yes, certain things become easier and you have layers of intellectual background on you, but as a young amateur, there is some sort of vulnerability and some honesty that with years and years you lose. So that text is very, very dear to me. It's the first child with all its faults and everything. Well, I don't know if people do, I'm not a typical opera audience, and personally I would find it very difficult to watch a classical production of this opera. I have watched several versions, and not the music but the text is generally a child play. But in this production, I think I can guarantee them that they will sit for 1 hour and 50 minutes without, feeling bored or feeling we have to, watch this with appreciation. This is opera. No, it will get them into the music. And for me personally, I had a closer contact with Mozart's music. Although I had listened to this opera several times, I had never felt it actually. Today with the dress rehearsal, Mozart's music is very touching if you know how to listen to it. And this production really, I think, brings out the hidden layers in the music.